Go, Riley, you're late.
Tech news is never late, nor is it early. It arrives precisely when it means to.
You are a tech news?
I've done Gandalf better than that. Sure, reviews are out for Nvidia's new GeForce RTX 3050 graphics card, and it's just okay. But you know who's not okay? Nvidia. Not that you would know that.
Why?
You never ask. According to a Bloomberg report, after a year and a half of trying to get its $40 billion acquisition of ARM approved by regulators, Nvidia is preparing to just drop it.
Drop that arm.
While ARM's parent company, SoftBank, is making plans to take its subsidiary, ARM, public.
All the way to the bank. Softly.
To the public bank. Regulators in ARM's home country, the UK, as well as in the US and other jurisdictions, have been worried Nvidia would have too much power over its competitors if the deal went through, and have been a royal pain in Jensen's jacket since it was announced. Can he feel through it? Calling the deal off at this point might actually be a good thing for Nvidia in the short term though, as minus a few billion in breakup fees, it's nothing. Nvidia may have ended up paying much more than $40 billion if the deal went through, thanks to increases in their stock value.
Plus, look at the Activision cost.
But look at the active vision that they could have had.
Was so much more expensive.
But even if Jensen puts on a brave face, I can't imagine he feels too good about it. That leather jacket doesn't just protect against physical harm. I would bet it's hiding some emotions under there too.
Don't get it wet though with those tears.
YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki
Sue-dubs.
published her annual letter yesterday, and some astute readers noticed that in one paragraph, Susie implied YouTube might get into crypto and NFTs because such tech has highlighted a previously unimaginable opportunity to grow the connection between creators and their fans. I didn't know there was a connection between creators and their fans, coin. How do I get in on this hot drop?
Send me all your money first.
Interestingly, the letter was published the same day that the company's heads of gaming and creator relations both left to work at separate crypto companies. You know where they didn't go though? Diem, Facebook's old cryptocurrency project, which is reportedly getting ready to finally throw in the towel after trying to launch a truly mainstream stablecoin for years.
If you can't DM, join.
If you can't carpe. If you want to see a similar fate befall YouTube's NFT ambitions, there may be hope that YouTube can be persuaded. Its brother Google just dropped its plans to replace browser cookies with the widely criticized Flock system, and will be going forward with a still criticized but slightly better targeted ad system called Topics. Look, if NFTs are useful for anything other than pyramid schemes, they'll survive, okay? Just let it play out. James is confident. Are you? And Microsoft will finally launch wider support for Android apps in Windows 11 in an update next month after testing the feature with a limited pool of users since October. Official support will still be limited to apps from Amazon's App Store, even though there are quite a few workarounds already to get the Google Play Store running as well, which Microsoft is just like pretending doesn't exist. We have the App Store for Android, you know, made by Amazon. Both start with A.
Google who?
The Windows 11 update will also bring changes to the way the taskbar works to make it act more like the one in Windows 10. Why did we change it? But what Microsoft should really do is address the bug that is still causing users with AMD CPUs to experience persistent stuttering in their systems, which is apparently linked to Windows 11's TPM requirement. How can this be the same company that makes Xbox Game Pass, which is awesome? It's like Microsoft is Xbox when they haven't had their coffee yet. You've heard that joke before.
It's like Microsoft is Monday and Xbox is Friday.
Now it's time for Quick Bits, brought to you by the Corsair Xeneon. Xeneon?
I don't know.
Something. The company's first gaming monitor that they launched last year. Why didn't they launch it earlier? Because they wanted to make sure it was really good. The Xeneon has an ultra slim 32-inch QHD IPS panel with up to a 165 Hz refresh rate, putting it right at that sweet spot of sharpness and speed. It also has quantum dot technology with 100% sRGB, 100% Adobe RGB, and 98% DCI-P3 color gamut coverage for more vivid, natural colors. And you can even mount your camera, mic, or lighting with the integrated multi-mount point built into the aluminum stand. Xeneon, transform! Learn more about this monitor at the link below. Just quick bits, okay? They're not gonna hurt you. Just don't move or make a sound. You'll be fine. Don't cry.
I pictured them like nanobots.
Intel has weaseled out of paying a $1.2 billion fine imposed by the European Commission in 2009 over Intel's practice of essentially paying manufacturers to delay shipments of AMD desktop PCs back in the day. I'm assuming they're not doing this now.
We just didn't pay for 12 years.
Intel initially appealed the fine in 2014 because the ruling violated its human rights, a reason which was rejected, but this appeal was granted following a new economic analysis. The economy was okay with it.
Turned out AMD didn't care and just beat them.
That's the game. Google faced fresh criticism for scanning documents in Drive when some users had files restricted for copyright infringement when those files consisted of an otherwise blank document with a single digit in it. It's just like a document with a 1.
That's the loneliest number.
Thankfully, Google confirmed this is a bug and is working on a fix, which is good because if numbers are copyrighted, we're all going to jail for a long time. I use that a lot in school.
69?
After the Biden administration instructed various government agencies to beef up cybersecurity, the White House has gotten more specific with a directive to trust no one. The zero trust architecture will increase measures like multi-factor authentication, which was not required before? How have the Russians not invaded yet?
We're trustworthy.
Well, we trust some people. Sony has greenlit a film that will be produced partially using assets from Dreams, the PlayStation sort of game / media creation app thing from the company Media Molecule. The movie's called A Winter's Journey, and I think we should just do it on They're Just Movies, James, okay?
Should we?
I don't know,
You
but
told us to do Belle, though.
and then I could talk about this.
Is it anime?
Belle was good!
No.
Watch They're Just Movies this week. And Crytek has unfortunately announced a new entry in the Crysis franchise, tentatively titled Crysis 4. Wow. I say unfortunately because thanks to the GPU shortage, it's not like a fun game to see whether your PC can handle graphically demanding games anymore. It's life or death.
Read the room, Crytek!
And I'll stop reading this script now. Thanks for watching. Come back on Friday for more tech news. I'm completely lost with what to say when I don't write it down beforehand.
Adios.
Eso es español.